Hello and welcome back for the CALLOUS Invitational 5 narrations. It's Zokuru and today I'm bringing to you some games between Cowboy and Kerts. It was for the loser bracket of round 2 and um, players probably got introduced beforehand on the round 1 by the other narrators, so I'll get right into it. Um, Cowboy is on the bottom and Kerts is on the top. There is lead Metagross versus lead Tyranitar, so there will be one big break and that will do a lot of damage to Scammer with a critical hit. And there is Gengar coming on the Choice Banded break which will do 0 damage, and Scamroy will be switched back for the leftovers and trying to get a Pursuit Tower and scoot if Pursuit Tower is a thing, and also maybe just protect or do whatever, trying to recover leftovers HP. But Celebi is gonna coming Sam and just kill the Scamroy with an agent power of fire. Scam probably tried to roar the Celebi out to prevent it from setting further. And yeah, Suicune is gonna be passed some um, special boost and it's gonna try to click some surf. The game is progressing pretty quickly and it's hard for me to narrate on everything, but basically Suicune got sent into a Flygon and forced the Jirachi, because yeah, as I said, it was past some Calm Mind. It forced the Jirachi to be revealed, and that Jirachi is now being trapped by a Dugtrio, but with double protect and some Fire Punch burn luck, it will be able to trade for it. And I guess this is not a bad trade for Kerts because he used Jirachi, which is really weak to Dugtrio, and being able to trade it is probably pretty good, especially with full HP Tyranitar on the back. Now there is Jirachi being sent and clicking a wish for this Metagross to come on the Tyranitar, and a Meteor Mash will be clicked, and yeah, as it choice band, it will do a lot of damage. Will it stay to click the second Meteor Mash? It will, but it will get parad, full parad, which is pretty unlucky. I think that's one chance over out of 40. So yeah, that's pretty huge for Kerst here, and it will be difficult to beat the Zapdos now because well, let's do pause. Well, if you look at the team structure, the team is pretty bad versus Celebi. As we saw, Flygon was uh, sent on Celebi to try to scare remote, but maybe it doesn't even have a HP bug, as we saw Toxic, and maybe there is like Protect or something, and it is uh, pretty much unlikely that it's HP bug. It may be, but I would dupe it. So seeing all the team is weak to Celebi, this Zapdos is probably HP Ice instead of HP Grass. And therefore, if you look at Cowboy's Dan team, it will be very hard to check that Zapdos. So yeah, that crit on the, well, that not crit, that para on Metagross that basically killed it and prevented it to weaken the Zapdos further was pretty huge. Well, let's continue. There will be a Fire Blast on that Jirachi. There is a Wish up, so it's fine. We'll get a second Calm Mind. And will we get Ice Punch here? We will get a switch out on Earthquake. I think Jirachi would take an Earthquake pretty easily, so maybe it just doesn't touch Flygon. There will be Calm Mind and Toxic. Yeah, it seems like there is no HP bug, that's confirmed. So HP Ice on Zapdos looks um, confirmed too. But it seems that Cowboy's Dan should be aware of that. It will probably be a Baton Pass here. Yeah, Baron Pass because he wants to keep the Celebi outside of Hidden Power Ice range. Well, I don't think, I don't know if he's here. It depends on both spread, but okay, there will be a rest here, and if there is a Sleep Talk on Surf, that may win the game right away. He will get out of here though and take the T-Bolt with Jirachi. Jirachi that will, I don't know what it will do. There is another T-Bolt, there is a Wish, and there will be a switch out to Celebi. No, there will be a sack of Jirachi and a switch out to Celebi to take the Wish. I think that's pretty alright. You know that Celebi checks the Zapdos more or less. There will be a Coal Mine and there will be a Toxic. Oh, so maybe it doesn't touch Celebi at all. Maybe just like rest and something. Tibble. Okay, so that's just a very Celebi weak team from Kerst, and it's not HP Ice. Well, that was well played from Dan anyway to play around HP Ice because it would have been very threatening and it would be logical on Kerst's team. So, yeah, especially with a Flygon to apply Toxic on Swampert and Toxic on this Zapdos, you can get away with HP Ice. So maybe this Zapdos added, but he wanted to predict something. I don't know, it's pretty weird for me. There will be the Sleep Talk and there will be the Boom, so yeah, that Suicune will go down with that Gengar. And there is Tyranitar last. Maybe if it's DD Ice Beam or something like that, it will be able to win. But first, Celebi goes in and will try to weaken that Flygon and weaken the team in general because it's really hard to check for Kerts because it seems that this Zapdos doesn't do a good job versus it. There will be Calm Mind predicting the Protect, but Protect won't be clicked and Rock Slide will be done. You probably just spam Giga Drain here and try to force the Zapdos in and die versus the Zapdos, so you can set up Tyranitar versus uh, this Pokemon and try to win the game despite this Flagon. If there is something like Double Edge or a flinch here, it can be really quick. There will be Rock Slide. Flygon will come in probably, yeah, and there will be no Protect, yeah, to avoid the double DD. There will be EQ kill because there was no flinch, and that will end this game one. Kerts won it, so if Cowboy Dan loses the next game, he's out of CALLOUS Invitational, and if he wins, it will go to game 3. And there is the game 2 here. I will uh, reset, well, not reset, but go back to game 1 positioning. So Dan is obviously on the bottom and Kerst is on the top, and we'll go right away. Without the music, it's better. So Tyranitar versus Metagross, and there is Arboom, and that, yeah, okay, oh, yeah, okay, double down, and there will be a Suicune. Mens will check for Ice Beam, so Suicune will just Coal Mine right away, and is that Edge Pump or is that Surf? That's Surf, and that does a lot to that Snorlax. There will probably be a second Surf right away to try to weaken that Lax. Will it be a Boom or not? That's EQ, and if Suicune doesn't get a low roll, that Snorlax should go down, and yeah, that's a pretty low roll, I would say, and Snorlax will get done from the sand and won't be able to boom on anything. So that's pretty good for Dan. Claydol will be revealed, will do some damage to Swampert, and oh, Suicune doesn't come back. Oh, it's probably in range of Earthquake, so wanted to avoid that, and there will be Focus Punch that will do nothing. And I hope, what will it be? Boom right here. Oh, it clicked it again. Oh, that's well, that's pretty well played from Dan. Here, I wouldn't have expected that because EQ was a kill on that Snorlax, but he knew Kerts would fear explosion, well, self-destruct, so that's a good play on his part, and now he will be able to rest off with this Suicune. Yeah, so Dan looks in a great position. Uh, that Snorlax is still healthy enough to take a hit and blow up something, so that's pretty good. Okay, there will be a sub. Is there EQ or... Okay, Claydol will come back on the Thunderbolt. And there will be EQ here taking Ice Punch, but it won't do a lot of damage because Claydol is very, very bulky. Well, his spread isn't bulky, it's probably offensive Claydol, but I mean Claydol in general is a pretty bulky Pokemon. There will be EQ Beast because you don't need to predict anything here. And now it will be Arboom, maybe? Nah, there will be Snorlax. Oh, if Snorlax has counter or something, it could be very, very fun. There will be Earthquake, will it be Boom? No, there will be counter, so you play around Protect, which I think is a reasonable play to make. Um, there will be a Sleep Turn. I don't know if he has Sleep Talk, but he doesn't want to click it because Sleep Talk resets the number of turns you slept if you switch out after clicking Sleep Talk. So you want to hard spend the turn of sleeping so you can wake up faster, um, quote unquote faster. Yeah. Um, oh, it's a defensive Salamence with Break Break. No, it's a Mixments with Wish. Okay, okay, okay. It's a mixed match with where, yeah, to help the Snorlax and the Zapdos, it isn't uh, that uncommon. But yeah, it's always refreshing to see it because the most standard set is just 4 attacks, or maybe sometimes you see Roar, but I don't see Wish that often. It didn't do a lot of... Well, that Wish wasn't really amazing, to be honest, so yeah, maybe that's also one of the reasons people don't use Wishmans as often, is that it's really hard to capitalize on that wish. And now that Tyranitar is just being sacked because Aerodactyl will just click Earthquake on the whole team later. Um, I think, yeah, it has substitute, so he was trying to set up enough Calm Mind so that he could set up a substitute and not being killed by Aerodactyl, but I think he needed a Fire Blast miss and, yeah, one burnt, so it's over and Kerts forfeited. Therefore, we are going to game 3. And whoever loses this game will be out of CALLOUS Invitational 5. So here is the big deal, and we'll see what happens between Cowboy Dan and Kerts. So same position as before, and we'll get lead Skarmory versus lead Metagross, and we'll get a Magneton turn 1. Will it be HP ground? No HP ground, and it outspeed and it kills. So there will be only one spike for Dan. Well, let's see if he can capitalize on that. There will be there will be hard sack of the Magneton, like turn 3. I don't know if I agree with that because Magneton is a pretty nice defensive resource in a lot of cases. Oh, that's Ben Metagross that did a lot. And oh, that's just Psychic and it's dead. So yeah, that's problematic for Dan. But yeah, as I said, Magneton could have been useful, for example, versus that Metagross. So I don't know if sacking it that early is that is that good, and also it can be useful versus Pokemon such as Gengar and Zapdos. So and offensive team often have trouble beating them. And that Gengar will over-predict something and just die to HP Flying after Sand, even though it's easy to leave it. Like, I think it's about the same spread as you need for Mans, because they have about the same attack, if I remember correctly, but I could be wrong. But yeah, Danny is fighting back. There will be HP Fire on that CLB, and yeah, his Aerodactyl is looking great because Metagross is not that healthy. Magneton is dead, so that's like two rock resists that are not doing their job anymore. And Celebi looks, yeah, Celebi may be a problem, but Gyarados is a rock weakness, so maybe this Aerodactyl could do something. Metagross is coming back, and it will probably just mash here, or HP, yeah, that doesn't miss, so it's probably better. And here there will be recover. Will it be a boom? Okay, Gyarados coming, trying to catch the boom, and there is HP fire again. So maybe he thinks that this Celebi isn't. Oh, isn't that an Astamaridos team like Speedif Metagross? Yeah, but it looked like Ben, so I don't know. Like, I think it's. Nah, I think it was Lishit Celebi plus Submag that was the Astas team, so. Yeah, but yeah, this Celebi didn't heal for whatever reason. It probably didn't just have recover, but now there is a Dilitar in, and is that Aerodactyl able to kill it from there? Oh, that was HP fighting, so it was definitely capable of doing that. There will be another HP fighting trying to kill that Gyarados. It will do it after the recoil from Edge plus the Sand. Oh, and Blissey being revealed from Dan, and there is a Salamence in the back. That's a good thing for Cowboy Dan because Blissey is pretty good versus Salamence, but there will be a switch out predicting like the Metagross, I think. I don't think he was afraid of the Mance, and no, the Mance will die to any Ice Beam from Blissey, even if it's speedy, so special defensive, so that's pretty good. And that's a lot of damage from HP flying, but that won't be enough. There will be probably a soft boil here or a thunder wave. There will be a soft boil, but now there is the Diditar that's back. And Aerodactyl will get in on the DD. That's good for Dan. If it was a rock slide here, that maybe could have been problematic. But now there is HP fighting, but Tyranitar didn't stay, and now the Iron needs to get out. There is EQ, and is there a T-Wave here? That would be... I don't know if that would be good versus the Tyranitar because it looks lum. So yeah, what do you do here? Do you go Metagross predicting the Rock Slide, or do you do Aerodactyl? Aerodactyl still on the DD, so that's a great prediction again from Cowboy Dan, and there is HP fighting again. And this Salamence is getting low pretty quickly, so if this continues, if it continues a bit, Aerodactyl should be able to win, even though it's only clicking HP fighting. And that Tyranitar is also taking up Spike's damage, so... And Metagross coming here, and that's DD again. Will Aerodactyl try to sneak in now? There is a Rock Slide, pressing that. Oh, and it flinches. That's pretty unlucky for Dan. Aerodactyl coming on the second Rock Slide, that misses. Okay, that's pretty lucky, but it don't really compensate. He would have preferred not getting flinch in the first place, so I think that's perfectly fine. At least the Tyranitar is dead. Salamence is trying to set up. Will there be a crit or a flinch, or will Cowboy Dan end the game right away with a nice beam followed by Blissey dying and Aerodactyl clicking Earthquake, as we will see in the rest of this game. Slowly but surely, Aerodactyl will click Earthquake, kill this Metagross, and Cowboy Dan will continue onward on the tournament and get to round 3 or of loser brackets, whereas the adventure is over for Kerts. It was some nice game from his part, but unfortunately, CALLOUS Invitational 5 is about being very good. There is a lot of very good players, and every match is an highlight. So feel free to watch also the other series that everyone commented and narrated on CALLOUS' channel. I hoped you liked this one, and I hope you liked the tournament as a whole. So I will say you goodbye, and we'll see each other in the next one. See ya.